Guys, good morning. If you can see and hear me, hi, good morning. Kiran, Rohan, Pooja, Chetan, hi. Shalini, good morning. Shubhra, Manoj, nice to see you all. And thank you for your wishes. Satvik, Shaurya, thank you for your wishes. Nishtha, good morning. Ritvik, good morning. And who else is there? Manoj, we are about to start. Who else is there? Manoj, thank you, bache. Thank you. Kasuri Das, good morning. Kasuri, kya haal hai? Chalo, we can start today. And Gurdeep, thank you, bache. Thank you for all the wishes. Shalini, Chetan, Gurdeep, all of you, thank you for the wishes. And we can start. Okay. Kasuri, thank you, bache. All right. So we will finish with the course today. And yes, I will finish the course today because I have time till 1:30, 2 o'clock. I should be finishing up the course today. And Rohan, hi. Adhav, good morning. Anshu, good morning. Thank you, bache. Okay. Shubhra, thank you, bache. Okay. Rohan, I didn't get any message. Rohan. Sorry, Rohit, I didn't get your message, bache. Karan, Meena, Nishtha, good morning. Karthik, Arvind, hi, good morning. Thank you, bache. Thanks. Shakib, good morning. And Shakib, thank you. Sunay, good morning. Sunay, that's a nice typos you made. Food morning, sir. Okay, nice. Okay. Now, some of you are surprised why I'm here. I'm here because day before yesterday, the moment I finished my class, jaisi class khatam hui, a lot of you started texting me that, sir, please finish the course on 27, sir, please. You called up the management also requesting that I should finish the course. I said, fine. इसको बोलते bullying, पता है, but anyway, I will finish the course today. Okay. Now, let's start with this. I've done with ethics, I've done with human values. Now there's a very little bit of course left, very little bit of course left. I just need to discuss something called professional values. Then I'll talk about something called codes. Then the unethical practices we have, and that's it. Your course is done. So probably I will finish by 1:30 maximum. Chalo, and in between I'll give you a break also. Rohan, I'm perfectly fine, but I'm better. Okay. Now, there are 5 values we have here, 5 values. First one is safety. Second one is human progress. Third one is clean, clear decision making. Fourth one is community. And the fifth one is partnership with nature. These are the 5 big values we have in engineering. These are the basic engineering values. And in that also there is something, in that also the important one is, सबसे important is safety. Because if you don't practice safety, accident, हादसे होते हैं. That's why safety. Second is human progress. You know what's the purpose of engineering? The purpose of engineering is to simplify people's life. हमारा सबसे बड़ा काम क्या है? To simplify people's life. लोगों की जिंदगी को आसान करना, बस. That's what we do. So always remember, so engineers have to contribute to human progress by simplifying life. That's this. And last one today, since we talk about sustainable development, so that last one is partnership with nature. I don't need to elaborate on this क्योंकि ये आपने environment में पढ़ लिया होगा. You must have had something called environment. So environment में पढ़ लिया होगा ये. So these are the 5 big values. Exam के लिए important is first one, second one, and the last one. These are the 5 that's important, but I'll explain all of it. Copy this, then we continue slowly. Sohini, thank you. Tushar, thank you, bache. Ekta, good morning. Rakesh Kumar Jha, you were supposed to be on holiday. Rakesh, bhai, look at Rakesh. Rakesh, हाँ बोलते, sir, you're supposed to be on holiday. Rakesh, holiday तो था, लेकिन I'm here because you guys have exams coming up. Shreya, good morning. Ramana, good morning. Chalo, I'm sure you must have copied this. Noted. Okay, Anshu. Anshu, thank you. Chalo. The first and the most important one. Okay. Now, this is one area UPSC loves to have questions. One area which UPSC loves to have question. That is this: occupational health and safety. They just love it. They just love it. They just love it. And Asha, some of you had been requesting, I should have discussed this at the beginning. Some of you have been requesting, sir, we are wasting time on writing. So if you can share the PDF, it will be faster. मतलब जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा. So do you think I should share the PDF, or if you ask me, लिखने से याद होता है. If you write, you know what you're doing. But otherwise, I can share the PDF of today's lecture if you want. But if I share the PDF of today's lecture, पता नहीं how it works. But personally, I'm not a big fan of sharing PDF. Why? Because it doesn't work. आप पढ़ोगे नहीं. This way, what happens is you have it in your notebook. But if you want, I can do that also. Just I can make it a small exception and share the PDF so that it becomes faster. So I can just explain and we can just wind up quickly also. बोलो क्या करना है, जल्दी बोलो. Because that's a request from a lot of you. You know, I'm making this as an exception. Why? Because you have your GATE exams coming up. So purely it's because of you. Usually I never do that. I never do that. But इस बार करूँगा मैं. I'll share the PDF if you want from this part onwards. आज का जो lecture है last, I can do that if you want. Yes, there's a first slide, बच्चे. Kasturi says it's better if we write. Yes, that's what I believe. निष्ठा लिखेंगे सर. अंशु, yes, writing, yes. लिखना है. Okay, Rohit, thank you. You know, I'll prefer you guys write. You know, आपको एक चीज समझ में नहीं आती है. There's something called hand and mind coordination. When you write something, जैसे आप numericals बनाते हो ना, जितना बनाते हो उतना आपको याद होता है. So when you write it, you know what is going in your head. ठीक है, so that's why I think you should write it. ज़्यादातर क्या होगा, कल मैं एक्स्ट्रा 1 घंटा ले लूंगा और क्या होगा. If I'm not able to finish by 1:30 today, कल ज़्यादा 1 घंटा ले लूंगा और क्या होगा. But लिखो, write, it will be better. It will be better. Trust me. चलो, great. Writing is better. All right. Okay, Rakesh, I'm not sharing a PDF. चलो, great. Great. लिखेंगे. All right. So majority have gone with लिखेंगे वाला part. You know, you made my day, seriously. मेरे को लगा कि you guys will prefer PDF, but nice. At least I'm able to convince you there. Okay. All right, chalo. Now, first concept. Acha, one of the biggest thing we need to understand. Acha, first understand, and as you write it, आपको दिमाग में भी याद रहता है. चलो, so we'll start that way. The two topics here: occupational health and safety. अच्छा, इंसान बीमार पड़ता है, पता है? When I say इंसान, इंजीनियर्स बीमार पड़ता है. एक नॉर्मल इंसान बीमार पड़ता है हवा पानी से. The environment. जैसे राइट नाउ मेरा गला खराब है ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ दिल्ली एनवायरमेंट. बट इंजीनियर्स हैव वन मोर रीजन. इंजीनियर्स हैव वन मोर प्रॉब्लम. हम लोग बीमार पड़ते हैं हमारी ऑक्यूपेशन की वजह से भी. यस, इंजीनियर्स फॉल सिक इवन बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑक्यूपेशन. A normal human being falls sick because of environment, pollution, whatever. But engineers के साथ issue ये कि we fall sick environment के साथ साथ भी because of profession also. That's why it's called occupational health and safety. So these are two different things. So I'm going to start with some important terms, and understand the terms. First term is this. Okay, first term is this. First is this, health. Now, in engineering, we use a very specific meaning of the word health. अच्छा, health का अगर मैं पूछूं health का मतलब क्या, आप बोलोगे सेहत. Let me explain this. The protection of bodies and minds of people from illness. Health का मतलब है आप जहां काम कर रहे हो. I'll keep it very very occupational oriented occupation. You know, engineer जहां काम कर रहा है, Suppose I'm working in a construction site, my body and my mind should not fall sick. Occupation can lead to mental health issue also. So your body and mental health, that is protecting your body and mental health is occupational health. Protection of your body and mental. Always remember, protection of your body and mental health. That is what is health. Resulting from materials, processes used in workplace. For example, just imagine working near JCB. Sorry, I'll be using a lot of civil engineering examples because that's the industry I'm exposed to. You should work near JCB. Just imagine, I don't know how many of you actually worked in sites. जो site पे काम करते हो, there's a JCB working. And can you imagine standing next to JCB and working? पूरा दिन इतना शोर होता है, by evening you have a headache. During Delhi Metro, I'll just give you an example. Delhi Metro used tunnel boring machines, TBMs. And once you get to the TBM जहाँ operate कर रहा होता है, वहाँ काम करो ना, it's like massively noiseful. इतना शोर होता है, TBMs create so much of noise, it will give you that headache. In fact, some of the engineers I've spoken to, they have this recurrent migraine because of this. So that's why health involves both body and mind, both. ये ध्यान रखना हर वक्त. Health is not body. Occupational health is equal to body plus mind. So copy this. Body plus mind. Copy this. लिखने में अपने नोट से ही पढ़ाई हो पाती है. ऋत्विक, वेरी ट्रू. In last 4 days, you must have got used to my teaching style. मैं चाहता हूं कि you guys listen to me more. समझोगे, आपके जवाब बनेंगे. You will be able to do the questions. If you don't understand, you will not. So that's the reason I'm not a great believer in making you write too much. I'm a great believer in making you understand. Why do you think I tell you stories and stuff like that? So that दिमाग में बैठ जाए. It should be there in your head. So copy this. Sorry, Kasturi. I got taken in by explaining that. No, understand the protection of body and mind. It's about protecting. You need to be protected. Copy this. Shakib, क्या हाल चाल है बच्चे? Sony, how are you doing? Chetan, I'm very happy to see that all of you have gone with the writing part. Great, good. Acha, people are watching me online later. Hi guys, morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching me. Pradyuman, kaise ho? Karthik, Arvind. Today Nair is missing. Tejasvi is also missing. Oh, Nair is there. Nair, good morning. Tushar Chandra, how are you? Tushar had a wonderful experience. Tushar says, no sir, we will write. It's better rather than investing time again after the class. It will be much more time. Yes, Tushar, very sensible. Arey, I'm sorry, bache. I'm sorry, I got stuck. ऋत्विक, अभी तक कुछ नहीं लिखा है. ये पहला स्लाइड है बच्चे. ऋत्विक, that's the first slide. Done. Okay, now as you're writing it, जैसे आप लिखते जाते हो साथ में फॉर्मूला डाल लेना. Just make a small reminder. Health is equal to body plus mind. Remember this. Health is equal to body plus mind. That's health. Next one. What is safety? Clear one. What is safety? Any idea? Any thoughts? Simple. What is safety? We all talk about safety, right? So what is safety? Actually, what do you think safety is? Safety is about protecting your mind or protecting your body? Safety is always about protecting your body. By wearing a helmet, अगर आप helmet पहनोगे, you can only protect your head, you cannot protect your mind. Got it? अगर आपका दिमाग खराब होना वो तो होगा, कितना भी हेलमेट पहन लो, दिमाग खराब होना मतलब होगा जरूर. So helmet can only protect your head, it cannot protect your mind. So remember this. So safety is about physical. For example, you wear safety shoes. So it's about protecting your feet. So safety is equal to physical protection. I repeat, safety is equal to physical protection. Physical protection. Protection from injury. Physical injury. आपको physically चोट नहीं लगना चाहिए. That is safety. There is no safety for mind. There is no safety for mental health issues. There is no safety for mental diseases. Trust me, there is no safety. There is no external safety mechanism for mental health issues. Safety is equal to physical injury. Physically आपको चोट नहीं लगे. अरे great. Nice. Kasturi without injury. Great, good. Protecting body. Manoj, yes. Okay. रोहित तुम्हारा मैसेज अब आया बच्चे. रोहित पाल, I just got your message. Okay. Now next one, accident. अच्छा, accident का मतलब है हादसा. हादसा. Remember something. Accident. Oh, by the way, there was also this request. सर आप हिंदी में ज़्यादा समझाएं. ये भी बड़ा रिक्वेस्ट है. 4 दिन बाद आपको याद आ रहा है कि हिंदी में समझाना है. चलो, anyway, I'll try to keep you guys happy. अच्छा, this request came from a lot of online people. सर आप हिंदी में ज़्यादा समझाएं. चलो, accident means हादसा. अच्छा, लाइफ में हसीन हादसे नहीं होते. लेट मी टेल यू दिस. हसीन हादसा खाली बॉलीवुड में होता है. हसीन हादसा. लाइफ में हादसे मतलब एक्सीडेंट मींस इंजरी. सो एक्सीडेंट्स के साथ इश्यू होता है. एक्सीडेंट इज दिस इंसिडेंट प्लस इंसिडेंट प्लस कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. देयर इज एन इंसिडेंट प्लस बेनिफिट्स नहीं. If there's an incident और उसके साथ अगर आपको फायदा होता है, then it's not an accident. Always remember, accident is where there are negative consequences, not positive benefits. Where there's a negative consequence, then it becomes accident. Incident plus positive consequence is not an accident. It's not an accident. वो तो हसीन हादसा हो गया भाई. क्या हसीन हादसे हुए कैंपस में? पक्का होता है यार. बट यहां पर वो एक्सीडेंट नहीं है. एक्सीडेंट मीन्स इंसिडेंट प्लस नेगेटिव कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. दैट्स वन. सेकेंड, नाउ एक्सीडेंट इज, अच्छा एक्सीडेंट्स बोल के आते, कभी नहीं बोल के आते. एंड एक्सीडेंट्स विल ऑलवेज क्रिएट अनडिजायर्ड, नॉट डिजायर्ड कॉन्सिक्वेंस, अनडिजायर्ड. अच्छा, हादसा कभी बोल के नहीं होता. एक्सीडेंट्स नेवर हैपन knowingly. Accidents are unpredictable. Accidents are uncertain. It just happens. And life में हादसा कभी भी हो सकता है. I have seen really horrible accidents in construction sites. Really horrible accidents in highway projects. I have really seen horrible accidents happening in pipe laying projects. And accidents happen without, there is no prior information. So that's why accidents will always lead to undesired consequence. Undesired. So remember this. Undesired consequence. Undesired consequence can be injury, property damage, interruption, delay, even death. Fatalities. Remember the word fatalities. That's what is accident. So please remember, safety is prevention of physical injury. Accident is incident plus consequences. And what kind of consequences? Undesired consequences. Copy this. It's easy. सर लाइफ में हंसी नहीं है, हादसे कहां से होंगे। प्रद्युमन, अरे बिल्कुल लाइफ में हंसी तो होगी यार। शुभ्रा, क्या हाल चाल है बच्चे? अरे रेशु कुमार इज ऑल्सो देयर। आदिनाथ, हाउ आर यू डूइंग आदिनाथ? सीरियसली फ्रैंकली मेरे को लगा आज बहुत लोग नहीं आएंगे सुबह क्लास में। मेरे को लगा कि आप लोग छुट्टी मनाओगे, बिकॉज मैं बोल के गया था उस दिन, मेरे को लगा यू गाइज विल, बट आई एम हैप्पी टू सी ऑल ऑफ यू, वेरी हैप्पी टू सी ऑल ऑफ यू गाइज, मेड माई डे टुडे। सब लोग आके had been an offline thing, we would have celebrated the day together. This is online. Okay, done. Chalo. Next one. Injury. Injury. Injury is this. Injury is this. Injury is a consequence of an incident. Consequence of an incident. अच्छा, ये terms, see, these are very basic terms in safety and occupational health. You will get a question on these terms. अच्छा, अभी तक मैं जो कुछ भी cover कर रहा हूँ, whatever I have taught in last 4 days, are most of the areas have not been asked till date. So focus on this. You will get questions. You can give, they can give you match the following questions also. So please remember, these are all very important terms. That's why I'm doing this. ठीक है? And दिमाग में बैठा लो, accident is equal to undesired consequence. I repeat, accident is equal to undesired consequence. And what is the undesired consequence? Injury. And injury is this. Injury is this. It's a consequence of an incident. Consequence of an incident. And second part, अच्छा, इंजरी की खास बात ये है, इंजरी की खास बात ये है, इट इज ओनली फेट। अच्छा, इंजीनियर्स, वी आर ऑल इंजीनियर्स, साइंस, पीपल ऑफ साइंस, बट द क्वांटम ऑफ इंजरी, आपको कितनी चोट लगेगी या कितनी चोट लगती है, द अमाउंट ऑफ डैमेज यू विल हैव कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन फेट, चांस, लक, कंप्लीटली. So quantum of injury is completely. I have seen people falling from first floor and कुछ नहीं हुआ उसको. And I have seen people slipping on a staircase, slipping, सीढ़ी में फिसल गए, उसकी कमर रह गई. And बंदा first floor से गिरा, उसको कुछ नहीं हुआ. So it all depends on chance. अच्छा, this is what sometimes makes engineers very superstitious. I know engineer, there's this senior project manager, वो बंदा पिछले 12 साल से एक ही सेफ्टी शू पहनता है, एक ही, इतनी बार उसको रिपेयर करा चुका है, एक ही, बिकॉज ही बिलीव दैट उसके कारण उसको अभी तक कुछ नहीं हुआ उसको. एंड ही हैज वर्कड इन वेरी वेरी डेंजरस प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑल्सो, hazardous projects I should say. So what I'm saying is, injury, the extent of injury completely depends on something called luck. Something called luck. Look at this. Something called chance. Only chance decides the extent and severity of the consequence. Only chance. Copy this. सर आप बोले तो मैं अभी आ जाऊं 1.5 घंटे में. अरे गुरदीप, आई एम इन करोल बाग बच्चे. नहीं 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 गुरदीप, इतना बोल दिया वही बहुत है. इतना बोल दिया गुरदीप, वही बहुत है. Okay, once it's done, let me know. Okay, so next one. Occupational health. Let's see. Now, abhi tak we spoke about safety. Now let's look at health, occupational health. And acha, notice karna, please remember this. Till now, in last so many years, 2017 say ethics has been there part of ESE. Right from 2017, abhi tak, पिछले 5 साल में, not even a single question on occupational health. Not even. Safety, we had questions. Occupational health is not even a single question. I'm expecting something on occupational health this year. Occupational health. Now, occupational health objective is this: promotion and maintenance of physical and mental health of workers. Promotion and maintenance of physical and mental health. Acha, let me tell you, engineers का mental health issue कहाँ आता है? Suppose a civil engineering projects happen in very lonely, very isolated places. And suppose if an engineer is there in an isolated location for almost 7 to 8 months, family से दूर, civilization से दूर, कोई network नहीं, कुछ नहीं, सुबह से लेकर शाम तक काम करो, खाना खाओ, साइट में जाके कोलू के बैल के जैसे, he will have mental health issues, पक्का. I'm sure he would like to talk to his family, he would like to talk to his kids. So all these can make people very depressed. So that is why occupational health means you have to understand these issues and try to ensure that, something, healthy engineer is productive engineer. Always remember this. Healthy engineer is productive engineer. Remember this formula. If you are healthy, you are productive. If you're not healthy, आप sick leave लेते रहोगे. A sick engineer is an unproductive engineer. Really, a sick engineer is an unproductive engineer. If you are healthy, you are productive. That's why the purpose of occupational health is to ensure protection and maintenance of health, promotion and maintenance of health. Next one. Prevention among workers of illnesses caused by their working conditions. Something, when I say working conditions, I'll just give you a small example of a working condition. This is something very common. Now, suppose you are working in very wet conditions. बिल्कुल गीली जगह काम कर रहे हो. बिल्कुल गीले. For example, you are in a pipe laying project, or you are in a sewer pipeline project, or probably say, I should tell you this, Delhi Metro ka le lo. Tunnel boring machine means when you bore a tunnel, it uses a lot of water. So slush बहुत होता है, side पे slush, कीचड़ बहुत होता है. And कीचड़ में काम करने के लिए आपको gumboots तो देते ही देते, rubber boots, they'll give you this gumboots. But the point is, if you wear rubber boots throughout the day, for 10 days or 12 days, you'll notice something. You'll start having fungal infection on your toenails. And once you get that fungal infection, that's it. वो जिंदगी भर आपका पीछा नहीं छोड़ता. I want to protect you from those illnesses. I want to. That is what occupational health is all about. I want to protect you from all the illnesses that happens because of occupational conditions. Suppose आप एक dusty environment में काम कर रहे हो, बिल्कुल dusty environment में, and when you work in the dusty environment, what happens? Your lungs will get affected. So I want to protect you from that. That is the last part of it. Prevention among workers of illnesses caused by working conditions. Copy this. Cheers. Good morning. All right, can I proceed now? Now remember 3 words: promotion, maintenance, prevention. Manoj sir, sometimes workers do not follow safety norms. Manoj, let me tell you something. India में problem यही है. India problem यही है. Indians are not safety conscious. Trust me, we are not safety conscious. हम लोग हादसा होने के बाद सेफ्टी की बात करते हैं. जैसे I've seen lot of GETs, graduate engineer trainees in work sites, construction sites में, जैसी नया आके ज्वाइन करता है उसको सेफ्टी शू बोलो, वो कभी नहीं पहनेगा. बिकॉज कैंपस से आया है एंड ही फील सेफ्टी शू स्पॉइल्स हिज लुक. क्या इतना मोटा मोटा सा सेफ्टी शू. एक बार उसके पाँव में कुछ गिर गया ना, उसका नाखून अगर चिप हो गया, खत्म. उसके बाद जिंदगी भर सेफ्टी शू पहनता है वो शादी के मंडप तक सेफ्टी शू पहन के जाएगा वो. Indians are not at all safety conscious. But I request all of you to be safety conscious. Please wear hard hats. Helmets तो पहने ही पहनो please. Helmets, reflective vests, safety shoes, basic mandatory. कहीं पर भी काम करो. Why? Because it's your body. Fine, Government of India will give you compensation. Hospitalization expense, Government of India will take care. But तकलीफ तो आप ही को है. Your body suffers. It's quite sad I see young people not taking safety seriously. Whereas you should be taking safety more seriously. Chalo, anyway. Done, next one. Acha, probably this may be the last time I'm meeting you all. So probably I'll give you a lot of life advices. Because I've seen engineers suffer later because of all these stupid things. Health-wise they suffer because of poor, they don't follow safety norms. तकलीफ तुम्ही को होती है, बड़ा दुख होता है यार. Young people suffering, it's seriously sad. So that's why take this seriously. It's only for, not only for exam, for your life also, because nobody else will teach you all this later. Okay, next one. Occupational health objective. Placing of workers in an occupational environment adapted to a physiological. अच्छा, this is a little idealistic, but समझा करो. Now, physiological means body. For example, I am born in hills. मैं उत्तराखंड में बड़ा हुआ हूँ. I grew up somewhere in Mussoorie, hills में बड़ा हुआ हूँ मैं. My body is used to a certain temperature and a environment. अगर मैं उसको उठा के अगर मैं जोधपुर बीकानेर में भेज दूं, where the temperature in summers goes to 45-47 degrees Celsius, उसका दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. Because I have picked him up from a very cooler weather and putting him into a very hot place. So his body will take time to adapt. In fact, body adapt करेगा भी नहीं जल्दी. For example, if you see a lot of Russian engineers, they don't prefer to work in Middle Eastern countries, desert. Because their Russians are used to cold temperatures. Their body is used to cold temperatures. That's why you'll find a lot of Indians working in Middle East. You will not find Indians working in Russia much. Siberia, उस side Indians काम नहीं करें because it's freezing. It's freezing. So that's why you have to work in a place which is your body is adapted to. That's what is known as physiological condition. India में slowly we are thinking about this. Placing of a worker in an occupational environment adapted to physiological capability. Your body should be capable of working in that place. Yes, true. Very, very true. Tushar, very well said. Indians like purchasing vehicles prefer kilometers, liter rather than safety ratings. Absolutely. Tushar, to take your idea forward, you know what is very interesting about we Indians are? हम लोग गाड़ी खरीदेंगे, गाड़ी का सेफ्टी नहीं देखेंगे, लेकिन अपन 3,000 रुपए का मोबाइल फोन खरीदेंगे. लेते साथ सबसे पहले स्क्रीन गार्ड लगाएंगे. मोबाइल का स्क्रीन सेफ होना चाहिए. गाड़ी में सेफ्टी बैग हो ना, like मोबाइल शुड बी सेफ. Quite surprised. We don't think about safety of life. Mobile should be safe. Screen guard लगा लो, body guard लगा, सब लगा देंगे. That's how we are. निष्ठा सर, मैंने कोटा में JNK के लोग देखे हैं, वो लोग सर्दियों में भी फील नहीं करते. Yes, निष्ठा, that's how it is. Actually, slowly, Government of India is trying to evolve a policy for engineers like this, placing you in a space where you are physically, your body is more adaptable, so that you perform better. And the last, sorry, copy this. Copy this. Physiological means body. Physiological means body, बच्चे. Done. Okay. All right. Noted. Thank you, Manoj. Okay. Last one. Okay. Physiological. Now, a big question. Very important question. And I want all of you to answer me. I want all of you to think and answer. See, all of you have studied. I don't know. Acha, did you ever guys go on an industrial visit or a site visit? कहीं गए हैं आप लोग? I'm sure your colleges must have taken you on an industrial visit or a site visit. पक्का लेके गए होंगे. And when you went there, what did you observe? When you go on an industrial visit, you observe things, right? When you go on a site visit, you observe things. आपने देखा होगा. And when you see the site or when you see the industrial factory workshop floors, when you see that, आपको क्या दिखाई दिया होगा? सबसे पहली चीज, you see work in progress and they're all working in a certain condition. Just there's a construction site happening. That's a construction site. Now, can you tell me using your common sense, what are the health issues? What are the health issues? When you work in a site for a long time, when you work in a shop floor in a long time, what are the health issues that you have? Health issues क्या आते हैं आपको? Health issues. इसको बोलते हैं occupational health issues. Yes, Ritvik, that's a great thing to do. Okay. Any thoughts? All right. First one is this. Cancers. You know, when you're exposed to this kind of dust all the time, lung cancers are very common. Cancers are getting to be very common. Next one is musculoskeletal disease. Musculoskeletal, just body. I'll give you an example, musculoskeletal disease. For example, आप दिन में, when you become an engineer, when you work, a lot of engineers, especially construction sites में, engineers stand and work. Yeah, construction site में खड़े होकर काम होता है, बैठ के आप काम नहीं कर सकते. When you stand and work for every day for 10 hours, when you stand and work for 20 years, can you imagine the amount of pressure you're putting on your back and your legs? So what happens is you start having these issues, leg and back issues. All these are known as musculoskeletal diseases, issues. Next one, respiratory diseases, hearing loss. When you constantly work in a very noisy environment, you suffer from hearing loss. Seriously, you suffer, आपकी सुनने की शक्ति कम हो जाती है. Last one, circulatory. You know, nervous system. When you constantly stand for long hours. For example, I'll give you my own example. I usually stand, like खड़े होके पढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं. जैसे आज I'm going to stand for 5 to 6 hours, कम से कम. Now, usually on an average day when I teach, it's a standing for 6 hours. When you stand for 6 hours, what is happening is your blood is only flowing down. The blood is not able to come up. And constant standing, so your legs start swelling up. And all this leads to something called circulatory diseases. And the last one, stress-related disorders. Stress creates its own issues. And the key one, communicable diseases. Like skin disease and all these things come up. All these are health issues. Acha, this is all, I've taken from Ministry for Health, Government of India ka official hai ye. This is not something from textbooks. These are properly taken from Ministry for Health websites. Occupational health ka issues. Ye sare hai hamare. Sir, on car and mobile screen, I think it is not issue with Indian people, it's more issue with service providing company. Like car safety screen protectors, once introduced to people, now they are more towards safety than average of a car. Okay, Shaurya, that's a nice perspective. Okay, I should tell you something. According to Ministry of Health in India, among engineers in India, oral cancer is on the rise. Oral cancer, oral cancer. You know oral cancer? This oral cancer is on the rise. The reason is engineers have long working hours. Shop floor mein ho ya kahin, we have long, especially construction site engineers. Acha, in India, construction site civil engineering is the biggest discipline. They employ the maximum number of people. And construction site workers, engineers have their oral cancer is increasing because when you work for long hours, we tend to drink a lot of tea. One, second, as somebody said, chai is engineer. So we drink tea. Tea leads to issues. Tea के साथ साथ what people have, they have a habit of smoking. कुछ लोग they chew tobacco. When you look at ads like Zuba Kesari, so आपको जुबा को केसर बनाने के लिए, जुबा में केसर का स्वाद लाने के लिए यू चू ऑल दोस पान मसालास. तंबाकू, खैनी भी चलती है, गरीबी में खैनी भी चला लेते हो. सो ऑल दैट लीड्स टू दिस इज ग्रोइंग इन अ कंट्री. Okay, done. Great. Chalo. Next, constitutional policy. Now, this is a very, very important thing. One question for sure. Constitutional and policy mechanisms for occupational health in India. What is surprising is Constitution itself is worried about health. So what are those? Copy this. What are those? We'll talk about this. Occupational health, constitutional provisions क्या है? I'm going to give you few of them. इसको आपको रट्टा मारना पड़ेगा because this can come and match the following. You may have to mug it up because this will come and match the following. Copy this. Okay, done. Chalo. Next. Directive principles of state policy in occupational health. Okay, now I have a small visual. Satvik, officers also have to work in same condition. Okay, I'll give you two questions. You know, that's the best part about writing. You know something, when you write, आपको अचानक ध्यान, you know, I like Ritvik and some of you when you ask questions. क्यों मालूम, when you write ना सही लगता है यार, इसका एग्जाम्पल क्या है. ऋत्विक का वही है सर, मस्कुलोस्केलेटल का एग्जाम्पल क्या है, चलो मैं बताता हूं. एंड मीनवाइल आई वांट यू गाइस टू, इसके सर पे कितने ब्रेक्स है जरा सोच के देखो. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. कितने, जस्ट काउंट द ब्रेक शी इज कैरिंग. ओके, नाउ ऋत्विक, दिस फॉर यू. एंड देयर इज वन मोर क्वेश्चन. ऑफिसर्स. ओके, सात्विक, यस, ऑफिसर्स ऑल्सो हैव टू वर्क. आप एक चीज ध्यान रख लो, ऑफिसर्स विल हैव फील्ड पोस्टिंग्स एंड यंग ऑफिसर्स विल ऑल्सो हैव टू वर्क. आप ये मत सोचो कि आप ऑफिस में बैठ के, एसी ऑफिस में बैठ के काम करोगे. नहीं जी, वी विल मेक यू वर्क. सरकार में हम काम कराएंगे जरूर आपसे, ऐश नहीं करवाएंगे, काम कराएंगे आपसे. सो यू विल हैव टू वर्क. वन. सेकेंड, नाउ ऋत्विक वांट टू नो अबाउट मस्कुलोस्केलेटल. आई गिव एन एग्जांपल. यू नो, कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में आप नोटिस करना, बहुत कॉमन ऑब्जर्वेशन है, बहुत कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट वैसे भी आप नोटिस करना. सपोज कहीं पर भी कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रहा है ना, वहां जाके एक बहुत कॉमन चीज ऑब्जर्व करना. द मोस्ट कॉमन रॉ मटेरियल और द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रॉ मटेरियल कंस्ट्रक्शन, सीमेंट. एंड सीमेंट जो होता है ना गाड़ी में, इफ यू नोटिस समथिंग, हर एक कंस्ट्रक्शन में सीमेंट रोज आती जरूर है. They will bring cement bags every day. And suppose if a truck, 10-ton truck brings in cement. Now, वो truck में अगर आप notice करो 6-7 लोग बैठे होंगे. These 6 or 7 people, their job is to remove, unload the cement gunny bag. Unload. हमारे यहाँ अभी mechanized नहीं है system. Unload. Now, next time, notice how they unload it. Now, these are unloaders. ये लोग क्या करेंगे? They'll have a hook. सीमेंट की बोरी को खींचेंगे ऐसे, एंड नीचे एक बंदा खड़ा रहेगा. He will carry it on his back. He will carry the gunny bag on his bag, and he'll carry it and drop it, come back, and he carries it. And they are paid according to Sankara. Sankara means 100 gunny bags. Every 100 gunny bags they carry, they are paid money. So वो लोग क्या कोशिश करते हैं? They want to carry the maximum number of gunny bags. अब just imagine आप रोज कंधे पर कम से कम 700-800 बैग ऐसे झुक झुक के लेके जा रहे हो. What happens after 10 to 15 years? Your skeletal system gets bent. आप झुक जाते हो. That is what this musculoskeletal is all about. I hope you got the idea. You know, your skeletal system can bear load only to a certain extent. Your muscles can hold on weight to only a certain extent. That is what this is, musculoskeletal. And most of you never understand this. Most of you. Okay, anyway. Got it. Okay. Right. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. She's carrying 12 bricks on her head. Now tell me something. Don't you think it's an abuse of her strength? You know, इंसान की एक क्षमता होती है. 6 तक ठीक था. 6 तक ठीक था. 12 कैरी करना is abuse. किसी के शरीर का गलत इस्तेमाल है ये. You know something, all of you, we all have limited abilities. Like मेरे शरीर की क्षमता है I can just stand and teach for 5 hours. अगर मेरे को बोले 8 घंटे खड़े होकर पढ़ाओ, नहीं, that's an abuse of my body. It is an abuse of the body. That's the first thing Constitution says. The health and strength. किसी की शारीरिक ताकत का आप गलत इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते. Health and strength. Interesting, right? Constitution बोल रहा है बॉस. और हमारे कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे यही मिसयूज होता है. कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे, शॉप फ्लोर पे भी. You should not be abusing somebody's strength. Strength of the workers, men, women, children. Children, when I say 14 years and above, they can be used. So are not abused. Next, just and humane conditions of work and maternity relief. 2 things. And the most key word is strength. आप किसी की शारीरिक ताकत का मिसयूज नहीं कर सकते. Copy this. Yes, Tushar, arthritis also comes into it. See, anything that arthritis comes into this. Arthritis, yes. I'm expecting a question on occupational health. दोबारा बोल रहा हूं. I know आप लोग सब भूल जाओगे, but याद रखना. Sir, this is torture both mentally and physically carrying 12 bricks. Yes, Ritvik, it is. It is. अच्छा सरकार में ना, you know, once you become officers, let me tell you something. Once you become officers, आपके नीचे labor inspectors होंगे, labor inspectors. And their job is to ensure ये सारी चीजें नहीं हो. लेकिन होता क्या है कि आपके नीचे जो लेबर इंस्पेक्टर होता है ना, वो पैसा खाएगा. वो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से पैसा ले लेगा और ये सब चलने देगा. And if you are really a good, strong officer, you'll first check this. I know a lot of young officers who do this. ये तो मैं साइट की बात कर रहा हूँ. Have you heard of SMEs, small scale industries? वहाँ तो बहुत होता है. बहुत ज़्यादा होता है small scale sectors में. And all this will come under you slowly. All this will come under you. So that's why there's a lot of responsibility in you guys. अच्छा ये सबको implement कौन करेगा? Let me tell you something. Implement आप ही करने वाले हो. You know, you guys will be implementing this at your level, your officers. आप लोग एक चीज भूल क्यों गए हो कि यूर ऑफिसर्स, एंड वंस यू बिकम ऑफिसर्स यू हैव टू एंश्योर ये सारी चीजें आपके एरिया में ये सब नहीं हो. यू नो आई हैव सीन इनफ इन माय लाइफ. बड़ा दुख होता है. एंड व्हाई दीज थिंग्स कंटिन्यूस? बिकॉज ऑफिसर्स टेक इट लाइटली. दे डोंट बॉदर ऑल्सो. चल रहा है, चलने दे यार. मैंने क्या 3 साल यहाँ रहना है या 2 साल रहना, उसका ट्रांसफर हो जाना है क्या? बट पॉइंट इज, लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग, यू आर देयर टू इंप्लीमेंट दिस. एंड क्या कोई सेफ्टी नहीं है? लुक एट दिस, कैसे पकड़ के, यू नो हाउ इट इज. चलो. Sir, when I used to ask brick carriers to lift less bricks at a time, they answered me that it would take the work faster, themselves carry more number of bricks to the top floor. Shaurya. But the point is, we have to tell them. They want to make more money, but the point is, we have to tell them. Because most of them are uneducated. We have to tell them. You have to work long. आप जितना ज़्यादा समय तक के लिए काम करो, you learn more money. Not by carrying more bricks. So we have to make them understand. But anyway, okay. Manoj, but see, this is where, see, the point is, let me tell you something. Manoj बोलता है सर किसी को समझाते उल्टा बोलता है. You know, समझाने की तरीका होता है. And it takes time. जब तक आप 10 बार नहीं बोलोगे इनको समझ में नहीं आएगा. 10 बार बोलना पड़ेगा आपको. जब तक आप नहीं बोलोगे ये समझेंगे नहीं. आपको बोलना पड़ेगा 10 बार. चलो, anyway, let's go to the next one. Is this securing a living wage, conditions of work, ensuring a decent standard of life. The key part, living wage. Matlab, they should be paid enough so that they're able to live a decent life. Decent, not extravagant, decent life. And the last one, prohibition of employment of, that is child labor. Copy this. This is very easy. Acha, these articles match the following mein aa sakta hai. I repeat, these articles can come and match the following. Copy this. Maximum wage nahi, living wage. Living wage. For example, when I say why we use living wage का concept है, suppose I'm working in Mumbai, वहाँ living costs are higher, so basically मेरा wage उस हिसाब से होना चाहिए. When I'm working in Meerut, the living cost is less, so my wage should be according to that. Maximum wage में issue हो जाए कि suppose मैं maximum pay कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन if I'm not able to live, what's the point of paying maximum? So living wage, you should be able to survive. Living wage. Okay. अंशु, क्या हो गया बच्चे? अंशु से previous slide. अंशु क्या हुआ? Network issue. Yeah, a lot of you are very quiet today. क्या हो गया? Shakib, Pooja, Gurdeep, all going well? Manish Swami didn't say hello to me also today. Jungshi, good morning. Jungshi, I didn't know that you are there. Tejasvi is not there. Sachin Sarnaik is also not there. Mohit is also not there today. Okay, I'm sure you must have done this. Anshu, chalo, next one. Now, acha, just look at this picture. What is wrong in this picture? Tell me what is wrong in this picture. Is there something wrong in this picture? What is wrong? देखो picture को ध्यान से and tell me what is wrong in this picture. ऋत्विक says कोई ट्रिप पे चलिएगा सर. देखते हैं बच्चे, देखते हैं. Today I am focused on finishing the course. ट्रिप पे भी चलेंगे, देखते हैं. I'll take you on a trip also. Okay, already, Anshu. Okay. Jungshi, thank you. My blessings to you also, Jungshi. Jungshi, my blessings to you also. Rakesh Kumar Jha, Article 42 once again. Article 42. Okay. Yes. चेतन आर्टिकल 24 नहीं लिख पाया. आर्टिकल 24 यहाँ है बच्चे. चेतन आर्टिकल 24 is there. Shalini, pregnant women. Okay. Okay, all right. I was waiting. Tushar says questions. What should be right? What is right here? There's nothing is right here. You know, in that picture, nothing is right. Nothing is right. And you know, once this picture was flashed in a newspaper, people lost their jobs. People lost their jobs. Because it's violation of a legal provision. You know that lady is almost 7 months pregnant. आप ये सोच के देखो यार, 7 महीने का बच्चा लेके काम कर रही है कंस्ट्रक्शन. हाथ देखे उसके? Just see her hands. Just see her hands. Tejasvi, thank you, बच्चे. Just see her hands. Just see her hands. So that is why we have this laws. Maternity Benefit Act, the Equal Remuneration Act, the Sexual Harassment Act, Empowerment of Women. अच्छा, question UPSC का ये आएगा. Which of the following acts, which of the following acts ensure empowerment of women? Empowerment of women. These are the acts. Empower. You know, these acts are only to empower women. Acts, laws. Important question याद रखना. Because women work in engineering industry. For example, mining industry. You know, mining is a place where women are exploited the maximum. Construction site के बाद mining. Maximum women are exploited there. So all these laws come there. Laws. Copy this. Tejasvi, good morning. Please remember this part. Acha, the best part about everything is you have just an MCQ. तो इसी के लिए अगर आपको चीजें अगर आप लिखोगे तो याद रहेगा तो आप you'll be able to do the MCQ. They will ask you this part. Empowerment of women. There are laws about empowerment. First one is this maternity benefit. Second one is equal remuneration. Third one is sexual harassment of women at workplace. अच्छा, workplace sexual harassment इंडिया में बहुत बड़ा issue है. Workplace sexual harassment. So all that comes here. All that comes here. Done. Okay. Next one. After women, it's child labor. Child. Laws related to equality and empowerment of children. Please remember 2 laws. 2 चीजें याद रखना आपको. Empowerment of women, empowerment of children. Empowerment of children. The Bonded Labor System Abolition Act, Child Labor Abolition Act. 2 things. 2 things. Remember 2 kinds of empowerment. Women and children. Acha, please remember there's a whole ministry called Ministry for Women and Child Development. I repeat, Ministry for Women and Child Development. That's the reason we have 2 laws. Empowerment of women, empowerment of children. And empowerment of children के ये सब match the following questions है. ध्यान रखना, ये सब match the following questions है. You know, I want to see you all as qualified candidates. ध्यान से सुन लो. I'm here on a very special day of mine only because of you guys. So I want all of you to do well in this exam. ठीक है? So do that much for me. That will be the best thing in my life. Chalo. So 2 things here. Empowerment of women, empowerment of children. 2 चीजें. Copy कर लो चलो. आज trips थोड़े कम होंगे, आज trips will be little less, one, but there will be cases. I'll keep telling you cases. Trips will be little less today, क्योंकि I have to finish with this whole thing today. You know, I wish I had taken your classes a month back. Things would have been a little different. I would have been more relaxed. Even you guys would have been more relaxed. But I don't know. It got scheduled now only. Done. Okay. Now remember two things, bachas. One is for women, one is for children. Acha, some of the boys will ask me, sir, what about men? अरे हम ही तो कमीने हैं, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हम ही तो सब कुछ कांड करते हैं. We live in a patriarchal society. चलो, safety policy. All right. Now this is a very important aspect now, safety policy. Acha, when I say engineering, there are two sectors in India where engineering flourishes. One is Sarkar and one is corporate. And there's a lot of common things. Both. When you work in, say, when you work in Coal India Limited, when you work in Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, वहाँ भी safety policy होती है. When you work in Bharat Air Earth Movers Limited, BEML, वहाँ भी safety policy होता है. When you work in Shapurji Pulonji, वहाँ भी safety policy होता है. When you work in Honda Motors, वहाँ भी safety policy होता है. So let's understand what is safety policy. Now, safety policy is very department specific. Understand this. Safety policy is department specific. For example, when you're working at NHAI, National Highways Authority of India, वहाँ की safety policy अलग होगी. When you're working in railways, safety policy will be a little different. Understand this. When you're working in railways, safety policy अलग होगा. When you're working in, say, National Highways Authority or Border Road Organization, your safety policy will be different. So safety policy. So remember something, safety policies are department specific, industry specific, because every industry needs to have the safety standards. So safety policy is this. Safety policy is a core document that management of safety. How the safety is managed in that department. How the safety is managed. What is the safety protocol? What is the safety equipment? हाँ, most important, accident होने के बाद क्या किया जाएगा? Suppose if an accident happens, what will happen? How? Safety policy, written statement about an employer stating the company's commitment. What is the company doing or department doing for safety? What is the commitment? Acha, I have an advice to all of you. Next time, wherever you're working, the day you take your posting, किसी भी department में private sector में, the day you take your posting, the first thing I want you to do is look into the safety policy of the company, because your safety is in your hands. Always read the safety policy. Always, because so that you know कि अगर मेरे साथ कुछ होगा तो company क्या करेगी मेरे लिए. One. और second, company मेरे safety के लिए क्या कर रही है? What is the department doing for my safety? Two very important things. हादसा होने का कंपनी मेरे लिए क्या करेगा, और मेरे सेफ्टी के लिए व्हाट इज कंपनी डूइंग फॉर माय सेफ्टी, हाउ आर दे कमिटिंग. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज दैट्स फॉर सेफ्टी पॉलिसी. रिटन स्टेटमेंट ऑफ कमिटमेंट, लास्ट वन. It serves a record of intended standard of care to be provided by the employer. Intended standard of care. That is, suppose you meet with an accident. To what extent company will care for you? I repeat. ध्यान से सुनो. Suppose you meet with an accident. What will be the extent of care, standard and extent of care that company will provide you? Will they take you to the best hospital? Will they take you to medium hospital? What is the care? What is the care? I hope you understand. What is the care? I'll share something. You know why people, this is about, I'll not name the company. It's a private corporate company, big company. And this was a case that came up. Labor board ke aage aaya tha case, so this I'm sharing it with you. You know, this engineer, this person, there was a fire accident in his workplace. In that fire accident, he suffered 40% burns. Body ka 40% burns. He survived. He survived. After he was hospitalized for long time, almost for 9-10 months, he was hospitalized. His recovery was slow, but he recovered. And the company bore all the expenses. Hospital का सारा खर्चा company bore. Once he recovered, burns के बाद क्या होता है कि skin requires plastic surgery. And this is where the problem came up. Once body healed, he was fit enough to go home. Once he went back home, he needed plastic surgery. Skin has to be grafted, right? Plastic. That's what the company said. Company said, we can guarantee, we will pay for your treatment. We will not pay for this plastic surgery. Because हमारी policy में नहीं है वो. And that's a mistake this man did. He did not read the policy properly. Always read the policy properly. The standard of care very precisely is mentioned. Very precisely is mentioned. Very precisely. So this is what is known as standard of care. Standard of care. Copy this. Take trip at the end of the class. Yes, Ritvik को आज घूमने का बड़ा मन कर रहा है. Tejasvi, how's it going? Rohit Pal, Karthik Arvind, Tushar Chandra, Tushar Agarwal, Shreya. I have not seen Shreya in some time. Shreya, क्या हाल है? Shalini is also very quiet. Shalini, घर पे सब ठीक बच्चे? Can I proceed? ये वर्ड याद रखना, मैनेजमेंट ऑफ सेफ्टी. हाउ सेफ्टी विल बी मैनेज्ड बिफोर, ड्यूरिंग, आफ्टर द एक्सीडेंट. Remember this. Before, during, after the accident. Before an accident, during an accident, after the accident. Kasturi, management of safety before, during, after. During a fire, क्या करेगा company? Okay, next one. It's an effective means of implementing safety. It's a guideline for implementing safety. And the last one. Outline safety operations procedures to be followed in case of accident. Okay. Now, copy all the three. Easy है. Last one थोड़ा समझना पड़ेगा आपको. And I want to see कितना आप लोग ध्यान दे रहे हैं. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना शुरू करो. ये assertion reasoning में आएगा. This last point. Assertion reasoning में it will come. And just explain what does this mean. इसको लिखोगे ना, लिखने के बाद मुझे बताना what does it mean. Some of you have been working, so you should be able to tell me this. Last one is for assertion reasoning. And लिखोगे, लिखने के बाद मुझे बताना what does it mean. Quickly, I'll explain this. Let me see. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ यार, सो रहे हो बहुत देर से तुम लोग. Okay, RP, great. सब ठीक, चलो। राकेश कुमार झा, झा जी किधर हो? लास्ट वन लिखने के बाद मुझे एक्सप्लेन करिएगा आप लोग सब। टेल मी अरविंद, व्हाट डज इट मीन? नायर, आकाश नायर, वेयर आर यू? Some more hospital expense for employee is cut down by employer with policies. Okay, Karthik. Nice. Karthik, thank you. Okay, sir, the fire example is perfect. On third point here. Okay, Shaurya, all right. Sir, because employer can verify or know whether the employee has followed all safety instructions neglected to follow. Okay, Rohan. Okay. And okay. Shaurya, you got it right, and most of you got it right. Okay. Accident happened due not following protocol. That's employee being ignorant. Okay, careless. Reduce a condition where employer may get injured. Okay. Now understand this. This for all of you. This for your life. Understand this. Chalo. I'll explain it to you. Understand this. You know something? In engineering, in engineering, processes keep on upgrading. नए processes आते जाते हैं. New machines come in. All these things keep on coming. New things keep on coming. Suppose if there's a new machine has come in, new processes come in, and before it's introduced, officers are sent on training. आपको training के लिए भेजते हैं. You're trained. You're sent for training first. And problem is, we have a habit of never taking training seriously. जैसे मैं इतने दिन से पढ़ा रहा हूँ, I've taught you so much, not a lot of it, so much about health today. But we will take it seriously. अभी you're just reading it exam के ठीक है, सर हिला लिया, लिख लिया, चलते छोड़. Point is, it's the same thing you'll carry in training also. Suppose there's a new machine. I send you for training. I'm sending you for training. मेरे खर्चे से. I send you for 3 weeks training. When you go for the training, instead of learning on the training, you enjoy the training. Because other batchmates are there, friends are there, your colleagues are there, you party, class में सोए, class में ये किया, वहाँ भी PDF है क्या यार, PDF दे दे यार बाद में पढ़ लेंगे. All that you do, you don't take your training seriously. And once the training is over, you come back and you start working on the machine. When you start working on the machine 7 months, 8 months down the line, what happens one day when you're working on a machine? Suddenly, accident happens because of your poor understanding of the machine operations. And in that accident, it so happens that you lose your hand. Don't take it personally, you lose your hand. And now once you lost your hand, can you sue the company department कि यार तुम्हारे मशीन की वजह से मेरा हाथ कट गया? नहीं. नहीं, you cannot. And even if you sue also, the court will go against you. Why? Because company will say, I had sent you for training. मैं तो सिखा दिया था. I have trained you. It was because of your carelessness you never took the training seriously. You know, I have a request to all of you. When Government of India sends you for any training, do the trainings very seriously. Because it's you. You know something, the moment I send you for training, I have cut down my liability. मैंने अपनी जिम्मेदारी खत्म कर दी, because मैंने तो ट्रेन कर दिया, मैंने तो सिखा दिया. I have trained you, मर्जी तुम्हारी. How you use it? अच्छा, all this, you know something, I have taught you. I have cut down my liability. If you fail, it's your problem, because I have cut down my liability. मैं तो पढ़ा दिया. I hope you understood. That's what companies and departments, you know something, they're not running away from safety. What they're doing is, they have trained you. They have taught you. That's why we have training programs. And after that, also, if you make a mistake because of your carelessness, how can I be held responsible? That's what his liability part is. I hope you got it. Please take your training seriously. And Government of India spends a lot of money on your training. आपको विश्वास, you will not understand the amount of money we spend on training engineers and officers. Immense amount of money. And the worst thing is, you'll have two kinds of training, technical as well as leadership. And the worst thing is, most of them never take it seriously. पार्टी करके आना है, पार्टी करेंगे, घूमेंगे, but ऐसा नहीं होता यार. Okay, next one, accidents. Let's start with accidents. Okay, so next one, accidents. There are three kinds of accidents. Understand, the three kinds of accidents. One is procedural accident. Procedural accident means you did not follow procedure. That's why accident happened. You know, for example, red light. Red light is a procedure. आपने red light देखा नहीं, भाग लिए, accident हो गया ना. Railway accidents are very common. You know, loco pilots. Sometimes loco pilots will not follow, loco engineers. They don't, locomotive drivers, they don't follow procedures. Accident ho gaya. So this is because of procedures. Most common and a result of someone making a bad choice or not following established procedures. You don't follow procedures. Accident होना ही होना. इसको बोलते हैं human error. Common language में बोलते हैं human error. Basic stupid errors we make. Stupid errors. Copy this. Tushar says, yes, sir, Government of India send officers even to IIM for training purpose. Yes, Tushar, you are sent to IIM, you are sent to best engineering colleges, सब कुछ होता है. But only problem is लोग मस्ती मार के आते हैं. As RP writes, people comes to Labasna में मसूरी में वही होता है. अच्छा, let me tell you something. You'll find two kinds of officers. मैं आपको समझा देता हूँ. You know, in every batch, there'll be at least 30 to 35% officers who will be very focused on training. Masti nahi marenge, very focused on training. And these are the officers who reach the top of the service. Because that's a foundation. बाकी जो मस्ती मारते हैं 60% होते हैं, they will always be mediocre, mid level में रह जाते हैं. क्योंकि मस्ती मारते रहे. That's why we always tell you, take your foundational trainings very, very seriously. Why? Because वो एक बुनियाद होता है यार. That's a foundation. मस्ती मारने के लिए पूरी life है. If your foundation is strong, you grow up in service and you can enjoy life there also. But basic foundation. Chalo. All right. Please remember, procedural accidents are because of not following procedures. I repeat, not. अच्छा, you know this word standard operating procedure. हर एक काम को करने का एक स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर होता है. डोंट मिस विद दैट, डोंट मिस विद दैट. ओके, these are preventable accidents. Most important, these are preventable accidents. And how to prevent it? How to prevent it? To prevent it, I train you. I increase supervision. I introduce new laws. Procedural accidents. So copy this. Procedural accidents. निष्ठा सर, आप जो समझाते हो वो हम लोग को कभी सिखाया ही नहीं गया, कभी. ओके, सीरियसली निष्ठा बोल रही कि जो मैं समझाता हूं कभी सिखाया ही नहीं गया. यार कॉलेज में 4 साल कुछ तो बताया होगा लोगों ने, कुछ तो. आरपी वांट्स टू नो आपकी ट्रेनिंग कहाँ होती है. रोहित, लेट मी टेल यू, योर ट्रेनिंग, देयर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग. वन इज योर टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग जो डिपार्टमेंट कराएगा अलग से. वन इज योर लीडरशिप ट्रेनिंग एंड वन इज सरकार का सिस्टम. अच्छा, ऑल ऑफ यू वंस यू क्वालिफाई यू विल बी स्पेंडिंग 1 week विद पार्लियामेंट्री अटैचमेंट. यू विल हैव 1 week पार्लियामेंट्री अटैचमेंट. सो आई विल सी यू देयर इन द पार्लियामेंट्री अटैचमेंट ऑल्सो. सो 1 week आपका पार्लियामेंट्री अटैचमेंट, वेयर दे टीच यू हाउ पार्लियामेंट फंक्शंस, हाउ सरकार में पॉलिसीज कैसे बनती है, हाउ, बिकॉज यू आर सरकारी ऑफिसर्स. So you have to understand how the Sarkari system works. So you have 1 week parliamentary attachment. And please take the parliamentary attachments very seriously. Very seriously. Because you learn. You learn. So, chalo. Okay. All right, done. Chalo. Next one. Engineering accidents. Acha, these are because procedures. आपने procedure follow नहीं किया. Engineering accidents happens because of faulty this. Look at this. Flaws in design. Design ही गलत था. Design ही गलत है. Material जो use किया वही गड़बड़ है. You compromise with the quality of the material. उसको बोलते हैं engineering accidents. These are failures of materials, devices that don't perform as expected, or devices that don't perform well under circumstances encountered. These are design issues, material issues, equipment malfunction. Equipment काम ही नहीं किया. अच्छा, a lot of airplane accident happens because of this equipment failure. So these are design issues, these are issues of material, that is quality, these are equipment failures. आपका equipment ही fail हो गया, human error नहीं. This is not human error, this is completely because of equipment failure. Equipment ही काम नहीं किया. So all this is engineered accidents. जहां your training period depends on the service, बच्चे. नहीं नहीं, आरपी आरपी आरपी, नो नो, आरपी दोनों का आईएएस का अलग होता है. You guys are forgetting something. IAS is administrative training, yours are technical. बट एक कॉमन चीज ये होता है कि आईएएस का भी पार्लियामेंट्री अटैचमेंट होता है, आप लोगों का भी वही होता है. देयर बी सम सिमिलरिटी, देयर बी सम सिमिलरिटी. फॉर एग्जांपल आईएएस ऑफिसर्स आल्सो गो टू आईएम फॉर लीडरशिप ट्रेनिंग, आप लोग भी जा सकते हो आईएम्स. सो देयर विल बी सम सिमिलरिटी. फॉर एग्जांपल लॉट ऑफ यू विल बी टेकन टू आईएम लखनऊ फॉर लीडरशिप ट्रेनिंग्स. ये चलता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन. Engineered failure should be corrected during testing. That's why we have testing. Testing में हम device functions देखते हैं, तो that's how we correct. Please remember, procedural accidents can be rectified, can be prevented. Engineered accidents can also be prevented. Copy this. Last one is systemic accidents. Kasturi, you're not answerable to MLA MP. Kasturi has a good question. Are we answerable to MLA MP? No, you're not answerable to MLA MP. You're answerable to your department, nothing else. Your accountability is to the department, nobody else. You're not in the IAS, IPS. ठीक है? You are a technical service person. You are technical professionals. So you are answerable to your department. Chalo. Last one, systemic accidents. Bhopal gas disaster, systemic accidents. When I say systemic accidents, it's because of complex technology, complicated operational systems, complicated. When things become complicated, गड़बड़ हो सकता है. When your operational systems are very complicated, multiple layers of chain of command is there. एक बॉस नीचे 10 लोग हैं, so obviously कहीं ना कहीं decision making goes wrong. And if the technology itself is complex, there's a possibility. So that's why this is because of complex technology, complicated nuclear. Most of nuclear disasters have happened because of this. Have you heard, nuclear accidents? So all this happens because of this. It's not from one single error, but due to series of minor errors. एक आदमी का systemic, why it's called systemic accident is because one person doesn't make a mistake. Continuously, a lot of people keep making mistakes. एक ने किया, दूसरे ने किया, तीसरे ने किया. It goes on and on. It builds up over a period of time, over a period of months, sometimes years. चलता जाता है, and finally, boom. So this accident is unpreventable. Why? Because the technology is complex, the chain of command is multi-layered, too much of vertical chain of command. So कहीं ना कहीं miscommunication हो जाता है, So in that miscommunication, accident builds up. That's why it says series of small errors. छोटे-छोटे लोग गलती करते हैं, series of small errors. Yes, Chernobyl disaster. Chernobyl disaster, Fukushima happened in Japan. You should read about Fukushima, Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, US, Bhopal gas disaster. Big industrial disasters are systemic accidents. Big industrial disasters. BrahMos missile fired to Pakistan by mistake is like, no. That is procedural. BrahMos missile is fired. That is procedural, bache. Yes, Shaurya, COVID breakout from Wuhan, Chernobyl, all this is there. Shaurya, I'm so happy to see when you apply these things. Shaurya gave COVID Wuhan lab. Yes, that's a great example of it. हम लोग इंजीनियरिंग सेफ्टी की बात करते हैं, बट बायो लैब्स, जेनेटिक टेक्नोलॉजी, दैट इज वेयर सेफ्टी नॉर्म्स हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी टाइट. Done. Okay. Okay. Chalo, done. Next one. Now, engineers can transfer risk. Acha, let me tell you something. You guys buy mobile phone, right? आप लोग जो मोबाइल फोन खरीदते हो उसका there's a leaflet inside it, right? There's a leaflet inside it. आपने कभी उसको पढ़ा? उसमें सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, बैटरी, ऑपरेशन, सारा इन्फॉर्म होता है. कभी देखा आप लोगों ने? कभी नहीं पढ़ते. Now suppose आपने नया मोबाइल फोन खरीदा, you bought a new mobile phone from the market and खरीद के ले आया, यूज किया, यूज कर रहे हो एंड 3 महीने बाद अचानक आप बात करते करते बैटरी एक्सप्लोड हो गया, ढूम. कैन यू ब्लेम द कंपनी? नो, यू कैन नॉट ब्लेम द कंपनी. व्हाई? बिकॉज कंपनी ने तो आपको इन्फॉर्म कर दिया. आपने कभी वो यूजर मैनुअल पढ़ा ही नहीं. आई यूज द वर्ड यूजर मैनुअल एंड यूजर मैनुअल हैज एवरीथिंग. द बेस्ट पार्ट अबाउट इंजीनियरिंग इज, जैसे मैंने घर बनाया, मैं उस घर में नहीं रहता, उस घर में और कोई रहता है. So what I should do, I am transferring risk to somebody else. When I am transferring risk to somebody else, I should inform the person क्या risk है. As a company, if I am manufacturing mobile phone, I should tell you the risk involved in mobile phone. Suppose if I am a car manufacturer, I should tell you the risk. भाई इसमें सेफ्टी नॉर्म कुछ नहीं है, मरोगे तो तुम ही मरोगे. I should inform you. So engineers can transfer risk only in 2 conditions. First condition is this: after informing. Second is this: after giving people choice. I should inform and give them a choice. बता दो. जैसे if you notice something, share market, I mean mutual fund बोलते हैं ना, subject to market risk. बता दिया मैंने, मर्जी तुम्हारी. I should always inform. I should always give them a choice. Only then you can transfer risk. So before you transfer risk, remember this: before you transfer risk, आप किसी को रिस्क में डालने से पहले आप उसको इन्फॉर्म कर दो. Give him a choice. फिर मर्जी उसकी. Copy this. No, Tushar Chandra, Tushar. Vehicles, when companies recall cars, it's because of device failure. They know that particular device is not working well. Just as Volkswagen recently recalled cars because certain device is not working well. Recently, Honda recalled cars because there's a device failure. सर बताने वाली चीज बहुत स्पीड में बोल देते हैं. यस कस्तूरी, दैट्स व्हाट दे डू. एक दिन भी नहीं देखते हैं. यस. You know what is surprising is I have seen engineers themselves don't bother. मेरी एक आदत है. I read every if I'm buying something new, कुछ खरीदूंगा सबसे पहले उसका पढ़ूंगा मैं. आदत पड़ गई है. You should read so that you know what risk you are taking. आपको पता होना चाहिए क्या रिस्क ले रहे हो. Never ever go with a sales pitch. Sales pitch तो कुछ भी बोलेगा क्योंकि उसको चीज बेचनी है. But you should always read. वो information दिया जाता है. Because you are taking that risk. You are. शुभ्रा, क्या हालचाल? Next one. चलो. Human progress. Second value. See, I've done safety. Now let's come to human progress. Now, engineers' biggest contribution is this, bache. Your technical knowledge is incomplete if you don't contribute to human progress. Complete engineer बोला ना? Understand something. Your technical knowledge is incomplete if you cannot apply your knowledge for human progress. Human progress. Now, seeking to use engineering skills for helping others. Last one, key one. A complete, ये बहुत important है. Complete engineer, that is engineering degree के साथ साथ. Complete engineering is civic minded. Civic minded मतलब समाज के लिए कुछ करना. Civic minded. Showing compassion and being helpful to others. That's what is a complete engineer is all about. You should be able to contribute to something for human progress. Contribute. I'm sure you can understand. Okay, I should tell you this. I'll share what is progress is all about. There is a safety application of Delhi Police called Himmat Plus. It's a safety application, women's safety. You can Google it also. Now that Himmat Plus was launched in 2015, I revamped it along with my students. I revamped it in 2017, which was called Himmat Plus. It's a women's safety application. And I did completely free of cost. There's no money, nothing, because this was my responsibility towards society. Delhi is my city. I should ensure that Delhi should be safe. So you can use your knowledge for public benefit also. Yeah, paisa kamana is not the only thing in life. हाँ, पैसा भी कमाओ, but also use your knowledge for public benefit. Use your knowledge. Once you become officers, please remember, आप अपने knowledge को public benefit के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा use कर सकते हो. Because we are the ones who have to contribute. That's why it says human progress. Helpfulness towards others. Copy this. Yes, Desha is a good habit. You should read. Last line is very important. मनोज वो चालाकी करते हैं बच्चे, टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन बड़े चालाकी करते हैं. दैट इज रॉन्ग ऑफ कंपनीज. लास्ट वन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ये याद रखना प्लीज. लास्ट वन. They can give you this phrase complete engineer, wholesome engineer, something like that. Last one is very important. Okay. Can SCAT be used to provide? Yeah, you can. You can, Akash, you can. Okay, next one. Clean, clear decision making. Acha, what are the features of a good decision? Engineering as a profession is dedicated to making decisions. Now, important part is this. Now, features of a good decision. Please write this in the bracket. Features of a good decision. I repeat the question. Features of a good decision. First feature, precise. Approximate nahi, precise. Clarity. Clarity means everybody should be able to understand the decision. Creative. Creative. Creativity means like try to look at the, something, your decision making skill comes into play when the problem is complex, when the problem requires creative solution. कुछ अलग सा चाहिए होगा. So creativity. Care for environment. Care for community. And lastly, value of excellence. Value of excellence means you should do the best. You should do the best. These are the features of a good decision. I repeat, features of a good decision. ये question पूछा जा सकता है. Features of a good decision. Copy this. Features of a good decision. I repeat, features of a good decision. So IRMS now through CSE is bad exam, good decision. No clarity towards engineers, no care for engineers. Shaurya, Shaurya, you're raising. Okay. Tushar Chandra, yes, I've just gone back, Tushar. Tushar, I've just gone back. Okay, Tushar, I'm sure you must have copied Tushar Chandra. There are two Tushars. There's Tushar Chandra asking me. Okay, so I'm sure you must have copied this. Let's go to the next one. Amit, value of excellence means your decision should be to the best of your abilities. One. Second, your decision should make the maximum use of resources available. Optimum use of resource available. जो भी resource आपके पास है, that should be maximized. That's what is value of excellence is. Resource waste नहीं करना, जो resource है उसको पूरी तरह use करना. Waste नहीं करना. That is value of excellence. Because sometimes we decide to waste resources. वो नहीं करना है. Last one, my favorite one. You know, engineers have to work in a team. That's what is known as spirit decor. Spirit decor. We have to work in a team. However, ISRO works as a team. DRDO works as a team. Chandrayaan mission team, project teams, BRO, Border Road Organization works as a team. That's what's team spirit. Engineering is about all working out a joint vision. We are working to develop the same country. Joint vision. Relationships. You have to work together. You know, this is my team here. All of you are my team here. Acha, in a team, we all accommodate each other. You know something, what I love about all of you is, अभी तुषार ने बोला सर पीछे की स्लाइड पे चले जाओ. थोड़ी देर पहले अंशु said सर पीछे चले जाओ. Where I tracked back and nobody complained. Nobody complained. That's sign of team. In a team, we have to learn to respect others. It's all about relationships. Joint vision, we are studying together. We are working together, same country, same department. And let me tell you something, the day you become officers, you are working for this country. The vision is to take the country forward. And last one, shared experience. You should share your experiences so that others learn from your mistakes and others learn from your success. In a team, you should share your experiences. When I say sharing experience, sharing your successes, sharing your loss, sharing your mistakes, so that they all learn from experience. That's what team is all about. Copy this. डन, ओके, ऑल राइट, आगे बढ़े. I have done all the 5 values, all the 4 values. And remember something, the one of the important ones, important questions बताते जा रहा हूँ मैं साथ में. चलो ध्यान रखना. चलो, let's go to next one. Partnership with nature. Last value. This is very very important. ये आपने environment में पढ़ा भी होगा. I'm sure all of you must have studied sustainable development, environment section सब पढ़ा होगा. So इसी के लिए I don't need to elaborate on this. Partnership with nature के कई सारे meanings होते हैं. First is this. Retain the special qualities of nature. Return नहीं, retain. Retain. You cannot return things to nature. आपने पेड़ काट दिया, आप उसको रिटर्न नहीं कर सकते. आपने गड्ढा खोद दिया, गड्ढा भर के, you cannot return it. You have to retain whatever is left. You know, today we're talking about retention. Retain whatever is left. It's retaining the special qualities of nature. Retain. One. Second, sensitive to the beauty of the nature. Design should work with and not against nature. That means when you're designing something, the design should be complementing nature. I repeat, design should be complementing nature, not against nature. You're not supposed to go against nature. You have to complement nature. Complement. Sath. You should have to work with nature, not against nature. Your work should complement nature, not against nature. जोशीमठ में जो हो रहा है, it's against nature किया हो रहा है गड़बड़. Let's not go into that debate. But Joshimath, I'm sure you must be following. We have went against nature. Instead of working with, we went against nature. Last one. In the process of remaking our world, we should not intrude more than necessary. Intrude. अच्छा, when you're building something, आपको उतना ही नेचर के साथ दखलंदाजी करो जितना जरूरी है. Not more than that. You should not intrude too much into nature. Too much into nature. Copy this. You know, nature is a way to get back. So in online class, I really feel that we cannot study as a team like in offline. Nishtha, yes, but I am trying my best to ensure that all of you function as a team. Why do you think I call out names? अरे यार, आप लोग भूल गए. आपको कितने नाम, आपको इतने सारे नाम याद हो गए होंगे इतने दिनों में. Because this is my team, you should know your teammate's name. I don't know how many of you remember names. कितने नाम आप लोगों को याद है यार, by any chance? Can you remember names? Have you guys finished writing? Is it done? Hanji. Please remember, it's returning. नहीं, retaining. Returning नहीं, retaining. शब्दों पे ध्यान देना. Retain, return नहीं. एग्जाम में कंफ्यूज करोगे. Next, it's about being sensitive to the beauty of nature, not design. Beauty of nature. And last one, उतना ही intrude करो जितना जरूरत है. उतना ही दखलंदाजी करो जितना जरूरत है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. Not intrude more than what's needed. All right, next one. Ethical challenges in engineering. What are the big ethical issues in engineering? Ethical challenges in engineering. Unethical behavior in engineering. Unethical behavior. Okay, Pradyuman says 4 से 5 याद है. Okay, good. Pradyuman, at least 4-5 तो याद है. I'm happy. At least आपके दोस्तों का 4-5 नाम तो याद है. इस बैच में कितने लोग हैं? I'm sure. 4, 5 is good enough. At least you know. Okay. First big issue is confidentiality. Confidentiality is this. Confidentiality means information should be kept within a certain group. Within a certain group. Group ke bahar nahi. Like cabinet meetings are confidential within a certain group. Acha, confidentiality means information not sharing nahi. It's about sharing information within a group. जैसे घर की बात घर के अंदर. Within a group. Within a group. That's what this is. Information should not be released to people outside certain circle. Information can be shared within certain limited people, for example, cabinet meetings. अच्छा, लोगों का मतलब होता है confidentiality means people misunderstand. Confidentiality does not mean not sharing. Confidentiality का मतलब है आप शेयर कर रहे हो within limited people. मैंने आपके घर की बात की, घर की बात घर के अंदर, confidential within a group, not outside the group. So information sharing within the group is confidential. Within the group. Confidentiality. Rakesh, you want a break? Yeah, we can take a break. Rakesh, do we have a break in the schedule of today? Yes, we can have a break. आप बता दो कब break चाहिए? Should we take a break around 11:30? आपकी मर्जी है. See, I am here till 1:30, 1:45. So उस बीच में we can take a break, 15-20 minutes का break ले सकते हैं. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? If I'm not able to finish today, कल 1 घंटा ले लूँगा और क्या होगा? Maximum. I should be, and I try to finish it today itself. Ritvik says 12. Yeah, 12 works. I have no problems. 12 रख लो, 11:30 रख लो. मर्जी तुम्हारी है. Nishtha says 11:30. Okay, Nishtha. Let's see. लिख लिया. I'm sure you must have done this. Please remember, confidentiality is about sharing information within a circle. Outside, within a circle. Okay. अच्छा, I think 12 बजे ब्रेक सर. ओके अमित, 12 बजे मेरे 12 बजाओगे तुम लोग. चलो. ओके. Privacy versus confidentiality. Privacy is this. Privacy is about a person. Privacy मतलब कि आपकी, nobody should violate your privacy. It's about you, the person. Free from, आपकी जिंदगी में कोई दखलंदाजी ना करे. That's privacy. Confidentiality about information. Privacy is about you. Confidentiality is about information. Privacy is about the person. Confidentiality is about information. Remember this. Person, information. Big difference. Person, information. Shaurya, don't make a break for a long time. This class is already enjoyable, so no need for break if you're okay with it. मुझे तो मजा आ रहा है. You know, I don't like to give breaks. Seriously. You know, break में होता क्या है ना कि वो थोड़ा rhythm टूट जाता है. आप लोग अभी you guys are focused on studying. The moment I give you a break, फिर से मुझे तुम लोग को जगाना पड़ेगा. Yes, सबको उठाना पड़ेगा. It takes time. But yes, बीच में I'll give you 10-15 minutes because पानी वानी कुछ ना कुछ चलेगा. So I'll not give you more than 15 minutes break. 15 मिनट से ज़्यादा का break नहीं दूंगा मैं. Privacy is about person, confidential. ये छोटी छोटी चीजों में आप एग्जाम में गलती करोगे, वो स्विच कर देंगे। प्राइवेसी इज अबाउट इंफॉर्मेशन बोलेंगे, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी इज अबाउट पर्सन बोलेंगे। नहीं 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 नहीं, पर्सन इंफॉर्मेशन, पर्सन इंफॉर्मेशन, इंफॉर्मेशन की गोपनीयता होती है। कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी मीन्स गोपनीयता हिंदी में, प्राइवेसी इज डिफरेंट। डन, ओके कस्तूरी, थैंक यू बच्चे। रोहित पाल, ऑल राइट, चलो नेक्स्ट वन। प्राइवेसी इज अ राइट, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी इज एन एग्रीमेंट। अच्छा इसको छोड़ दो, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है। आई वांट टू फोकस ऑन द रिस्पॉन्सिबल डिसोबीडियंस। ओके, अ स्मॉल क्वेश्चन, रिस्पॉन्सिबल डिसोबीडियंस, अ स्मॉल क्वेश्चन। अच्छा सपोज आपका बॉस, ध्यान से सवाल सोच के जवाब देना। सपोज आपका बॉस, योर बॉस tells you to do something wrong. For example, your departmental head tells you to do something wrong. When I say something wrong, it can be compromising with quality. Listen to the case. Your departmental head tells you to do something that will lead to compromising of quality. And because of that, accident can happen. भुवनेश्वर में ब्रिज कोलैप्स ऐसे ही हुआ था। Accident can happen. Now you have three options. आपके पास तीन है। Your boss is telling you to do the wrong thing by compromising with quality, and you know उससे accident हो सकता है। आपके पास तीन options है। One, do as he says. He is your boss. कुछ हुआ तो he is accountable. आप, you know the best part about this is like boss becomes accountable. आप थोड़ी, because he is the one who is instructing you. So do as he says one. एक्सीडेंट हुआ तो उसका सर कटा, दैट्स द फर्स्ट। आप तो ऑर्डर फॉलो कर लिया, खत्म हो गया। डू एज ही सेज वन। सेकंड, गो टू प्रेस, पब्लिक में जाओ, बोलो कि भाई ये कर रहा है, गंद मचा रहा है। सेकंड ऑप्शन। थर्ड ऑप्शन, उसको जो बोलना है बोलने दो, आप सही चीज करोगे, यू विल डू द राइट थिंग। यू विल नॉट फॉलो हिज ऑर्डर्स बट यू विल डू द राइट थिंग्स। ही इज टेलिंग यू टू डू द रॉन्ग थिंग, you will do the right thing. Which is the best option? Following him, going to the press, or third, doing the right thing? You do the right thing. By doing the right thing, you are being disobedient, but you're doing the right thing. Which is the best option? तीनों में से best option क्या है? Manoj says third option. I'm waiting for others. What do you say? Which is the best option? Doing the right thing. I will do the right thing. Yes. Now that is what is known as responsible disobedience. Responsible disobedience. You are being responsible to your work. Fine, boss गया भाड़ में यार. I am worried about people losing life. Responsible disobedience. Disobedience by contrary action is doing the right thing. Disobedience by non-participation. Third one, disobedience by protest, whistleblowing. So तीन चीजें आ गई. What you did is the first one, doing the right thing. Doing the right thing. So these are three ways of responsible disobedience. Three ways. आप participate नहीं कर रहे हो, याद रखना. Participate नहीं कर रहे हो, contrary action, protest. Copy this. Karthik, you got it right. You know, I am teaching you ethics so that you do the right thing. Press में जाना बहुत आसान है, boss. You know, this is the most easiest thing. Non-participation is, sir, उससे करा लो. नहीं 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 नहीं. Do the right thing. Your job is to do the right thing. Tejasvi doing the right thing. Okay. Akash, very true. Got it right. Gurdeep, I've chosen the third option many times already. Gurdeep, are you working somewhere? Gurdeep, कहीं काम कर रहे हो क्या बच्चे? I thought only Pradyuman works. Acha, remember something? This is passive. Disobedience or participation, passive. Passive. This is aggressive. आप बाहर ही चले गए, सिस्टम के बाहर चले गए. Not a very good idea. I'm not a big fan of going outside the system. जब आपके हाथ में है कोई चीज to correct it, so why do you go out of the system? Correct कर लो ना. Contrary action. Do the right thing. ये तो extreme. This is extreme. Whistleblowing is extreme. Okay, I'm sure some of you must have copied. Arey, Shalini is completely missing. Chalo, anyway, I think Shalini must have left. Shalini must have left. सात्विक क्या हाल है? देवांशु ने आज कुछ नहीं बोला. लगता है everybody is busy. Okay. Whistleblowing. Now, उम्मीद है क्वेश्चन आने की, so we'll do this whistleblowing. अच्छा, I will just deal with the concept. ज़्यादा लेंदी चीज़ अपने को नहीं चाहिए. We just need to understand the concept of it. एक की क्वेश्चन आएगा ज़्यादा उससे ज़्यादा नहीं आ सकता. I'm not even sure about the question now because whistleblowing पहले एक बार पूछ चुके हैं. And whistleblowing is this. Whistleblowing is sounding an alarm from within the department in which they work. You know, whistleblowing का मतलब क्या होता है कि you're working in a department. आप एक डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे हो एंड आप देख रहे हो कि उस डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर there are a lot of malpractices. There are a lot of malpractices. एंड आप उस malpractice को बाहर ला रहे हो, बंदे को नहीं. You know, whistleblowing is always about the corrupt practice. Whistleblowing is not against a person, it's against a practice. आप देख रहे हो कि यार गंद हो रहा है, काम सही नहीं हो रहा, it's leading to loss, safety issue आ रहा है, you bring it out. So you, since आप उस डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे हो, since you work in the department, that's why you know about this. That's what is called whistleblowing. It aims to highlight neglect or abuses that threaten public interest. Abuses, बंदा नहीं. Always remember, whistleblowing is not personal. Whistleblowing is never personal. Whistleblowing का खास फीचर यही होता है कि it's not personal. You're doing it in the name of public interest and you're pointing out the malpractice. जो गड़बड़ हो रहा है उसको बता रहे हो, बंदे कोई बात नहीं कर रहे हो. You're not talking about the person, you're talking about the malpractice. Got it? And whistleblowing happens because you are there in the department. So two things. Please remember these two. And second one is very, very important. यहाँ बच्चे गलती करते हैं. Yes, Tushar. Ramana, today no stories at all. Ramana, stories will be there. Don't worry. I don't think you guys are missing stories that much today. Other, the previous slide, बच्चे. Other previous slide. Other, that's a previous slide. And this is whistleblowing. Please remember a keyword. Whistleblowing is equal to malpractice. Whistleblowing is not against an officer, not against a departmental head. आप बंदे के बारे में नहीं बात करोगे, आप बात करते हो a malpractice के बारे में. There's a certain correct practice. That is what is whistleblowing. Okay. Now when you blow whistle, एक बहुत बड़ा moral issue आता है, बहुत बड़ा moral issue आता है. Moral issue is this: what interest should come first? Because department आपको तनख्वाह दे रही है. You're working for a department. And उस department के कारण आपकी रोजी रोटी चल रही है. The department gave you promotion. The department has friends. When you blow the whistle, you're going against all of it. So one of the biggest issues is this: should public interest or departmental interest? Look at this. Whistleblower must consider his responsibility to serve public interest against the responsibility he owes towards colleagues and the institutions in which he works. बहुत बड़ा इशू आता है. अच्छा, let me tell you something. अच्छा, इंडिया की बात बता रहा हूँ मैं. इंडिया में होता क्या है कि when you work in a department, आप 15 साल से काम कर रहे हो. So 15 साल में दोस्ती हो जाती है. You become friends. Your colleagues are not only colleagues, they are also your friends. And इंडिया में खास बात है कि colleagues will become family friends also. घर पे देखना, notice करना, your father's friends will be office friends only. And lot of them are family friends only. उनके घर आना जाना बहुत होता है. So families also become friends. So when you blow a whistle, you are ruining all those relationships. You're cutting yourself off department completely. That's why to blow whistle, you require a lot of courage. बहुत बड़ी हिम्मत चाहिए. क्योंकि you're cutting off your department connections completely. That's why one big moral conflict whistleblowers have is this: public interest के नाम पे, in the name of public interest, can I sacrifice my department completely? Can I sacrifice my friends, colleagues, everybody completely? That's what this is. First thing, copy this. Oh, Shreya, sorry बच्चे. Shreya, it's there for you. सर फीलिंग लाइक हमारी ट्रेनिंग चालू है आज. यही मान के चलो बच्चे, मानो ट्रेनिंग ही चालू है. यू आर स्टडिंग इंजीनियरिंग वैल्यूज, राइट? यू नो, कल तक तो आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट ह्यूमन वैल्यूज एंड एथिक्स. इट्स डिफरेंट. आज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट योर प्रोफेशन. एंड यही पढ़ोगे आगे जाके. श्रेया, आई जस्ट गॉन बैक बच्चे. ओके, तुषार अग्रवाल सर, स्टोरी आपने दोबारा जगाने के लिए रखी होगी. हाँ, ऐसी कुछ समझ लो, ऐसी कुछ समझ लो. चलो, आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव डन दिस. नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ विसल ब्लोइंग. ओके, नाउ चलो यार, लेट मी पुट यू इन अ सिचुएशन. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओगे? थोड़ा दिमाग लगाना, ठीक है? गुरदीप, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद यू. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद इट विल बी फन. इट विल बी फन. जस्ट इमेजिन निष्ठा, शालिनी तो नहीं है आज, निष्ठा इज देयर, श्रेया इज देयर, and you guys think about it. Okay, now just imagine your father is a very, very powerful senior officer in government of India, very senior government of India. He's in a very powerful, influential position in government of India, and you're just preparing for engineering service exams. एंड छुट्टी होती है, 2-3 दिन की छुट्टी होती है, सो यू गो होम एंड घर जाते हो तो यू जस्ट स्टडी, स्टेइंग आउटसाइड योर होम एंड स्टडी, एंड घर गए छुट्टी पे। व्हेन यू रीच होम, घर पे जाते हो ना, एक दिन बैठे बैठे दोपहर के वक्त अचानक दिमाग में कुछ आता है, यार यार वो डायरी कहाँ गई मेरी, यू हैड अ डायरी, वो डायरी नहीं मिल रही थी तुम्हारी, एंड यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर द डायरी एंड यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग ऑल ओवर द हाउस। द डायरी वॉज नथिंग इंपॉर्टेंट, बट वो था ना कि डायरी मिल क्यों नहीं रही। कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जब दिमाग में है कि यार वाई, गया कहाँ हो, जा कहाँ सकता है, यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग अराउंड, पूरे घर में ढूंढते हो, पूरे घर में ढूंढते हो, इधर से उधर। माँ को ही बोलते, माँ डायरी नहीं मिल रही यार, कहाँ रख दिया तुमने। माँ बोलती अबे गधे, तुम ही रखते हो अपनी चीजें, देखो ठीक से देखो। सो यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग अराउंड, कहीं नहीं मिलता। एंड इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ लुकिंग फॉर योर डायरी, यू फाउंड अ डैड्स डायरी, तुमको अपने पापा की डायरी मिली, एंड इट वॉज ऑल हिडन, मतलब आप ढूंढ रहे हो, मिल गया आपको, यू फाउंड पापाज डायरी। एंड नोटिस दैट पापा की डायरी इज ऑल टेप्ड, पूरा टेप लगा हुआ है, ऐसे पूरा टेप करके रखा हुआ है सेफली। एंड डायरी मिलने के बाद नाउ यू वंडर, यार पापा ने डायरी को, व्हाई इज इट टेप्ड, क्या चक्कर क्या है, इसको टेप क्यों किया हुआ है, ऐसे पूरा सील टेप क्यों किया हुआ है। निकाल तो ली, निकालने के बाद आई हैव टॉट यू प्राइवेसी एंड एवरीथिंग, सो आई हैव टॉट यू एथिक्स। तो आपको लगता है यार ये सही नहीं है, आई एम डूइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग, पापा की डायरी नहीं निकालनी चाहिए, वहीं छोड़ देते हैं, रख देते हो। फिर आधे घंटे बाद, नहीं यार ऐसा क्या है यार, उसमें लड़ाई चालू अंदर, ऐसा क्या है, ह्यूमंस आर क्यूरियस, ऐसा क्या है, टेप क्यों लगाया हुआ है। नहीं यार सर ने एथिक्स पढ़ाया था, नहीं बोला नहीं करना है, बट देखते तो सही है। यू अगेन टेक इट आउट एंड कीप इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू एंड थिंकिंग, यार शुड आई ओपन इट और नॉट, करे क्या, अपन क्या करें उसको। अपन करें क्या, ओके व्हाट शुड आई डू, क्या करें क्या अपन। डायरी लेके आके बैठ गए, सोच रहे, then finally your curiosity gets the best of you. You open the diary, टेप काटा, खोला, बाद में देखा यार टेप करके रख देंगे दोबारा, कोई टेंशन, टेप ही तो है, दोबारा लगा दूंगा मैं, इंजीनियर तो वही, कलाकार तो ही, फिर टेप कर देंगे। काटा टेप, ओपन द डायरी। When you open the diary, you notice it had details of all the corrupt practices your father has done. Sorry, don't take it personally, all the corrupt practices. पूरा डेटा है उसमें, the money that's exchanged, and you notice कि कई जगह तो he has acted against national interest also. You are horrified, ये क्या है यार, you're so horrified. You're angry also, यार ऐसे कैसे कर सकते हैं, मेरे angry, horrified. Now what will you do? It's a big bomb you have in your hand, क्या करोगे? Will you go to the press and show to the world कि यार what everybody is doing, कितना corruption है? Will you do that? Will you blow the whistle? Outside जाके बोलोगे या घर के अंदर करोगे, क्या बोलोगे? Will you confront your father or सीधा you'll go outside the system? घर के बाहर चले गए, क्या करोगे आप? What will you do here? What will you do? सीधा बाहर जाके न्यूज़पेपर में जाओगे? अब मैं शालिनी नहीं बच्चे, तुम्हारा मैसेज नहीं मिल रहा बच्चे। What will you do here? Okay, Kasturi said discuss with the father. Are you serious, Kasturi? You know what will do? पापा के पास नहीं जाओगे, डायरी उठा सीधा अपनी माँ के पास जाओगे। माँ क्या यार You will not go to your father, you will go to the mom. माँ क्या यार, कैसे आदमी ने शादी कर लिया यार आपने, सोच के तो किया होता शादी, देखो क्या गंद है। चलो माँ के पास, दादा के पास जाओगे, यार कैसा बंदा पड़ा, क्या बड़ा किया आपने, कुछ बेटे को सिखाया नहीं क्या गंद। You will not go outside the family. You will try to keep it within the family. Maximum mom, grandfather, father, within the family. घर की बात घर के अंदर, This is what is called internal whistleblowing. Internal. System के बाहर नहीं, internal. सर फर्स्ट मदर से बात करेंगे. यस, डोनेशन करने के लिए बोलेंगे पापा को. ओ कन्फ्रंट द फादर, विल कन्फ्रंट. दैट्स व्हाट इज इंटरनल. अलार्म रेज विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, विद इन, घर के अंदर. घर की बात घर के अंदर. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया encourages you to sort out issues within department. Only then it talks about external. External later. You first sort the issue within the department. घर की बात घर के अंदर. एक कहावत है ना, घर का भेदी लंका ढाए. अंदर. Why should you expose department's affairs outside? Internal. Government of India encourages us to do things internally. बाहर क्यों जाना है? Internal. Second is external. Copy this. I'll suggest him to surrender. Okay, Adinath. Okay. Yeah, you guys. Okay. The moral conflict slide is here. Rohit, Karthik, it's all here. Tell me. Once you're done with this, let me know. Then I'll move forward. Acha, guys, Rohit and Karthik, I don't know, some network issue at their end. So I've just gone back. Rohit and Karthik, once you're done, tell me, then I'll move on. Once you're done, tell me, then I'll move on. And guys, others, please wait. 2 minutes. Done, Rohit? Okay. All right, chalo. Now, types of whistleblowing. Internal, external. Goes outside organization, alerts regulatory bodies, press, सबको बता दिया घर के बाहर. आप चाचा को बता दिया, मामा को बता दिया, पापा के दोस्तों को बता दिया, यार कैसा आदमी है. That is external. Internal घर में माँ को बताया, दादा को बताया और खुद बैठ के लड़ने लग गए. Internal. You know something, internal whistleblowing is much more effective in resolving issues. By going outside the system, you're just complicating the issue altogether. Rohan has a question. Rohan Chaudhary has a question. Rohan says, suppose I am an IAS officer and my father is caught in a corrupt practice. We both are in the same district. क्या करना चाहिए? Rohan, let me tell you something. His corrupt practice is professional. उससे आपका personal relation नहीं खराब होना चाहिए. Personal relation is different. Father-son relation is different. Whatever corruption is done is professionally. So handle it professionally. Okay. No, sir, I'll not go to other family. I'll ask, okay, but if they don't understand, respond. Ritvik, Ritvik, let me tell you something. Internal whistleblowing, we saw a department, but this is punishment for the act. Okay. Done, sir. Internal whistleblowing is very bad. Most of the time, the whistleblower gets punishment. Okay. Kiran, let me tell you something. Kiran, in theory, we go like this. I know it's different. In practice, it's very, very different. In practice, it's very difficult. Very different. Kiran, I know you experienced it. In practice, it's different. But ideally, these are ideal situations. In ideally, I'll prefer internal, then you go to external. Now, last one, open whistleblowing. Next one is open. Open means you reveal the identity of the person. Open. Anonymous is something we never encourage. You don't reveal the identity. Government of India does not encourage anonymous whistleblowing. We encourage only open. Open. You reveal the identity of the person concerned. Copy this. Arvind says majority of the case son daughter will ask dad to teach them how. No, it doesn't work like that, Arvind. Arvind. Okay. Now there are four kinds of whistleblowing: internal, external, open, anonymous. Internal within, external outside, open you reveal the names, anonymous you don't reveal the name, you conceal the names. यार उसको एक लेमन टी बोल दोगे? ठीक है, लेमन टी और बिस्किट बोल देना उसको. ठीक है, मैं ब्रेक दूंगा 10 मिनट के लिए. ठीक है. All right, noted. Okay. Ritvik, thank you. Rohit Sharma, Rohit Pal, Tejasvi. अरे Tejasvi said hello and उसके बाद Tejasvi गायब हो गया, पता नहीं. Okay, next one. All right. Now understand something. There's one very important word here. ध्यान से देखना. Whistleblowers Protection Act. Promotion नहीं है. Government of India does not promote whistleblowing. It protects whistleblowers. बहुत बड़ी गलतफहमी है. People misunderstand this. We are not promoting whistleblowing. We are protecting whistleblowers. So understand this. I am not promoting it. I am protecting the whistleblowers. It goes like this. The Act seeks to protect whistleblowers, the persons who make public interest disclosure related to an act of corruption. This is the biggest confusing thing. Government of India protects whistleblowers. Promote nahi, exam mein dhyan dena. I am not promoting whistleblowers. I am not encouraging whistleblowers. I am just protecting a whistleblower. अगर आपने whistle blow किया, I'll protect you. But मैं encourage नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I am not promoting it at all. Clear? Remember this. See, open anonymous are identity. Rakesh Kumar Jha, open anonymous deals with identity of the whistleblower. Identity. Internal, external is act of whistleblowing. It deals with the action of whistleblowing. Sir, it's like police khabri. Okay? Yes, Adinath, you got it right. Adinath, how do you know this word police khabri? Adinath, your father works in police? Oh, Tejasvi, in between my network is gone. Oh, sorry. Tejasvi, I'm so sorry. Tejasvi, Bachche, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Tejasvi. RTI Act helps a lot. Also, digitalization also to stop corruption. All right. Once you're done, let me know. Rakesh Kumar Jha, I think things became clear. Shakib, Amit Yadav is not there. You know, a lot of you just started, you were there and later you went missing. Okay, Adinath, nahi. All right. Please remember, protection, promotion nahi. I am not promoting it. I protect the whistleblower. Protect the whistleblower. Yaad rahega? See, in MCQ, the words are important. You know, one of the easiest thing about MCQ, multiple choice questions, is you know the words, you get your answer right. Subjective में अलग चीज है. That's why I try to give you minimum precise information. If you notice my slides, मैं elaborate कुछ नहीं देता हूं. I will just give you that minimum so that you get your answer right. Please remember, it's protection, promotion nako. All right, chalo. Okay, done, noted. Next. Further. Any public servant or any other person, including non-government law, may make such disclosure to the State and Central Vigilance Commission. अब एक्ट क्या बोलता है? एक्ट क्या बोलता है? Whistleblower will be protected. I repeat, whistleblower will be protected if he stays within the system. If he goes to Central or State Vigilance Commission, if he goes to press, I will not protect you. So this means Government of India promotes internal whistleblowing. Internal. आप सरकारी तंत्र में ही रहोगे तब प्रोटेक्ट करूंगा. मीडिया में गए, I cannot. Look at what it says. This is one of the internal. You have to make the disclosure to State or Central Vigilance Commission, not outside body. Newspaper नहीं, media नहीं. आपको हीरो नहीं बनना है within the system. So this is again internal whistleblowing. I'll protect you if you are within the system. If you go outside, I cannot guarantee you. So copy this. You know, it's so interesting. ये act ने ऐसा बनाया हुआ है. If you look at this act, it's not there to promote. आपको तंत्र के अंदर रखा गया है. You've been kept inside the system only. You cannot go outside the system. If you go outside the system, I'll not protect you. With the system. थैंक यू मनोज। वाह, बॉलीवुड में होता है हीरोइन प्रमोशन। यस, सिस्टम के अंदर ही मार देंगे कस्तूरी। ओके, जस्ट लाइक बीएसएफ सोल्जर एक्सपोजिंग फूड कॉल्ड बीएसएफ सोशल मीडिया। यस अधव, अधव, यस गॉड। यू नो, प्लीज रिमेंबर ये सारी चीजें एग्जाम के लिए, एग्जाम के लिए, ठीक है। दिस शोज दैट वी, I mean, this shows that government of India only talks internal. You can just go to Central and State Vigilance Commission. Got it, guys? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next one. Next one. Have you guys written it? Copied it? Rohit Sharma, Karthik Arvind, Karthik Nair. इसलिए कोई आवाज उठा ही नहीं पाता. Yes, निष्ठा. Yes, very true, निष्ठा. Okay, लिख लिया आप लोगों ने बच्चे? किधर, कहां हो? Last one is this. Every complaint has to include identity of the complainant. Open whistle blowing. आप कॉन्सेप्ट मिस मत करना. इंटरनल तो हम इंकरेज करते. इंटरनल. Next is open. Every complaint has to include the identity of the complainant. Open whistle blowing. It has to have complete identity of the person who's making the disclosure. Complete identity. Kahan, kya, what rank, what grade pay, kya, what, with proof, with proof. Now the key part. Act prescribes penalties for knowingly making false complaints. आपको पूरे प्रूफ के साथ करना पड़ेगा. False complaint will be punished. Now you know why whistleblowers in India are not there. ज़्यादा whistleblowing क्यों नहीं होती? Because you need to have complete proof. If you don't have proof, it will be false complaint. If it's a false complaint, you are punished. इसी के लिए इंडिया में कोई भी people think 10 times. Why? Because you need to prove it. Data. नहीं तो false complaint बन जाएगा. And false complaint means you are punished. So these are the key features of this act. Copy this. Key features of this act. Copy this. No, Tushar, state and central vigilance commission अलग से, you can Google it, you will know about it. Vigilance commission एक अलग body है. It's not CBI ED. CBI ED is different. Vigilance commission is different. Vigilance commission का काम है all these things. Corruption को देखना. Vigilance commission may give the case to ED or CBI, वो अलग चीज है. But vigilance commission is different. Once you finish copying, let me know. Okay, Shalini. Okay, all right. Chalo. All right. I think we can take a break here. We can take a small break. It's 11:45. It's 11:42 to be precise. So 15 minutes break. 15 minutes बहुत है. To refresh yourself, you can just go to the washrooms or chai or pani, whatever it is. So it's 12 o'clock we'll resume, or 11:55. 11:55 we'll resume. 15 minutes is 11. No, Tushar, you cannot go to CBI ED directly. That it will not work. Okay. I'll see you exactly at 12 o'clock. We'll resume at 12. 15 minutes break. 15 मिनट से ज़्यादा नहीं, be back by 12 o'clock. I want you guys to be back by 12. All right.